What's up? This is Ian, and we're in New Hampshire. This is a jump that I built in the backcountry here. If you want to call it backcountry, it's not like big backcountry, it's more like farm country. Sun's in my eyes, so I'll be squinting. I'm gonna keep these goggles on. I hope you can forgive me. So, this is my first season like snowboarding in New Hampshire or back east, like a lot and like a long time. From 94 until 2002, I had to pass every single season out west. And so what's snowboarding in like the East Coast like? And where's the best place on the East Coast to snowboard? These are the things I'm going to talk about in this video. So, so I stopped snowboarding for a long time. I gotta tell my little story a little bit. So, yeah, actually from 2002 until this year, I snowboarded maybe a handful of times, just kind of doing stuff like this, backcountry. But yeah, this is the first time I've had a pass since 2002 and snowboarded a lot. I have a pass at Cannon Mountain Ski Area. I think in the future I have some ideas for other videos that I'm gonna upload and share about that. The best place, as far as snowfall goes, the best place is Vermont, northern Vermont. Basically, Jay Peak, Smugglers, and Stowe, these areas get the most snow. So they say, and so if you do searches for like regions and city or small towns in the area, they're gonna say that. So basically, sort of northern Vermont gets the most snow. And New Hampshire, well, New Hampshire's got the tallest mountains and most dramatic scenery. So I like New Hampshire for that. I was born in New Hampshire, lived in a lot of places, but our ski areas don't get that much snow. I work at Cannon Mountain. Elevation is 4,000 feet in the top, and the base is almost 2,000 feet. So we're just as high pretty much as the ones in Vermont, if even slightly higher in terms of elevation. And similar in vertical drop, but we get like 160 inches of snow, annual snowfall at Cannon. Places like Jay Peak say they get over 300 inches. Stowe and Smuggler's Notch say they get around 300 inches. Now, there's always, every season's a little bit different and whatnot, but I think Jay Peak exaggerates, based on my research. This is my opinion, my take on it. I think they exaggerate their totals a little bit. They might get the most snow in. It makes sense that they would get the most snow in the Northeast for a couple reasons. One, why Vermont gets more snow than New Hampshire, I think, is because a lot of storms, as I understand it anyways, a lot of storms come from the west or northwest, and then they hit the Green Mountains first, and then they get to New Hampshire, so I guess they pick up more condensation and snow that way. And then a mountain like Jay Peak is a little bit farther north, so the temperature could vary by a few degrees, so they could pick up a few more inches over the season that way. And that far north, the like Adirondacks of New York, they're not getting the snow. So again, is that I forget the word, what's it called? Something uplift, orthographic up. I don't know what it is. You can Google it and let us know in the comments. But basically, there's no mountains to steal moisture, and the clouds hit Jay. There's nothing in front of them, so they get a lot of moisture that way. However, again, like I said, I don't think they get as much as they say. There's no mountains around, other ski areas directly around Jay, like Smuggler's Notch isn't that far, or Stowe that far, but there's no, I think it's easy for them to say that, but you look at snowfall totals of the towns around Jay Peak, the towns around other places in northern Vermont or north central Vermont, not far from here, like over by Danville, Walden, like these places, they get just as much snow as towns near Jay Peak. So then you kind of scratch in your head thinking, so how do they get so much more snow, on the mountain, Anyways, those are some thoughts about who gets the most snow. So the best snowboarding, as far as snowfall goes, it's not going to be New Hampshire. I think there's great mountains here. Like we got vertical drop, like pretty much, pretty close to like what's Cannon's like 2,000 some odd feet around there, and Wildcats maybe 2,000 or a little over. So we got good vertical drops and stuff, and some good size. I think Loon's fun. Loon's good for snowboarding. You like parks and stuff. They build good parks. Cannon's more like skier mountain-ish, if you ask me. Like, there doesn't really seem to be much of a snowboard scene there. Like, there's probably a few little cliques, but I just don't see many snowboarders. I see a lot of skiers. Like, even all the parks and stuff they have there, which are way better than they were like 20 years ago when I rode there. They're pretty much non-existent, a few piles of snow and stuff. But, and when Loon was like, they were building good parks way back in the day too. So, best places in the East, I think, I don't know, like snowfall. I think that's the most important thing if you ask me. Otherwise, there's a lot of places that are similar. Maine, Sugarloaf, Sunday River. I've never been to those mountains, but pretty good. But they don't really, as far as I understand, they don't really get that much snow. Vermont's the best. North Central, Northern Vermont. And compared to out west, like, the West is the best as far as snowboarding goes in the USA. It's I've ridden in a lot of states. Every state in the West except for Wyoming and Nevada I've ridden in. A lot of different ski areas too. Had passes. Oregon, had Montana, Arizona, New Mexico. Higher elevations out west. So you really love snowboarding, you really love snow, you're probably gonna like out west better. Other than that, this is my little backcountry spot. This is kind of sad. It's like I built up some jumps. Like this is a little jump here. You saw me go off, and then way over there, kind of top, I had built one up, and then I had built the biggest one was over there, but I can't hit them anymore. The snow's all melted, the rain. So, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm probably talking. Anyways, I don't think I have anything else to say. Hope you have a good one. If you have any thoughts, you can leave them in the comments below. This is Ian saying goodbye.